This is a call to action, and it's potent because it's true. Because it's something that might not yet exist in full form, but wants to exist. It's speaking of a spiritual infrastructure, a living, breathing system of protection, cleansing, and recharging. One that does not rely on external permission, but rather functions through direct embodied practice. Shields and sacred spaces in the streets. If the streets are battlegrounds, then we transform them into sanctuaries. We already know how to make energetic shields. We can program spaces with sound, symbols, and movement to reinforce spiritual protection. These can be placed at high violence intersections, community centers, or even along entire streets. Spiritual recharge points. Just as temples, mosques, and churches are houses of spirit, we can create non-institutional recharge stations. These might be trees, murals, or designated buildings where people can step inside and rebalance their energy. Sacred routes. What if walking down certain streets became an act of cleansing? Running through with a giant mean-sized sage bush isn't just a joke. It might be a spiritual strategy. What if there were real spaces infused with cleansing energies? Symbols speak across all beliefs. We don't need to fight over belief systems when we can speak through symbols. Universal sigils. We create the visual language of protection and peace, one that transcends religion but resonates with all of them. These could be marked on buildings, sidewalks, or even woven into street art. Sacred frequencies in public. What happens when communities regularly hear 432 Hz, 528 Hz, or specific mantras infused into their space? We could encourage street musicians, artists, or even businesses to play tones that shift the energetic atmosphere. Graffiti murals as wards, art that cleanses, symbols painted where violence is most frequent, not just as messages, but as energetic activators. Public protection. The way we carry ourselves spiritually becomes a part of the shield. Some ideas might be like wearing programmed symbols, jewelry, tattoos, clothes that anchor protective energy, walking with a deliberate frequency, certain steps, breaths, or internal chants that make the body itself a moving shield. Hand signs, energy placements, developing subtle everyday hand gestures that place protective energy in a space without drawing attention. It's the cleansing of places, not just people. I spoke of that giant sage bush earlier. That instinct might be correct. The land itself might need purification. Mass cleansings, public rituals where people come together to clear the energy of a street, park, or neighborhood. This could be done with sound, incense, or even group movement. Rain and water is a tool. Ritualized street washing, letting rainwater be charged with intent. What if communities reclaimed the natural elements for spiritual upkeep? Fire and smoke, not just burning sage, but entire processions of smoke-based cleansing through cities, reclaiming air as a purifier. And it's a call to the invisible forces. We don't do this alone. We work with the unseen, invoking guardian energies that protect entire blocks, channeling ancestral forces that once guarded these lands before colonial and oppressive systems took hold, calling in new spiritual intelligences, perhaps the very beings, the people like us, sensing, wanting to emerge in this time.